Welcome everybody to a little bit of Starfinder in the Svenzone. Everybody say hi.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Excellent. We have sound. We have player sounds. Let's see if we have soundscape. We do. Excellent. All right. We should have our other three players, because they have all checked in. Two of them are involved in birthday shenanigans because it is Mantha's birthday.
Happy birthday. They say people that have more birthdays live longer.
Can't believe everything you hear.
Yes, but what has been heard cannot be unheard.
But it can be misremembered. All right, so last we met, you guys were in the middle of a fight. You had gone to Noma. Ta-da! That's the bubble city on the sun. So speaking of witches, I'm going to do the same thing I did with the group on Wednesday. Changing it up a little bit. I'm going to give the recap, and I'm going to say some errors. And if you guys can catch the errors, then you'll get a bonus. If you don't get any of the errors, then I will get a bonus. As long as you get one error, then you'll be safe and nobody will get the bonus. So you guys had gone to the city of Noma. You were in your ship, the Midnight Core 7.
No.
As you were flying down.
We were not in the Midnight Core 7.
You gotta wait till I'm finished.
Oh, okay.
Then I didn't explain the rules, so that's my bad. So your guys were in the Midnight Core 7. Your ship flew to Noma, the bubble city inside the sun. When you landed, you saw that the city of Noma is a series of hexagons. Each hexagon is an experiment. And so you worked your way from the bottom. You worked your way through all the hexagons until you got to the very top. And got to the last hexagon. And you found that this is the core, C-O-R-E, where everything is run. Working your way through that, the core section, you found several different things. You found a room that had a big hole in it, and inside the hole was this mummy with 6 arms and a tablet. You went around and found another room that had some little figurines in it. You then saw this giant room. It's sort of like the X-Men practice room. And if you go inside, there's a control panel there where you can change everything within the room. You can change the height, you can change the temperature, you can make holograms. And then as you were messing around in the room, a couple of you were there in the room messing around, and this big salamander critter came in and said, "Give me the tablet and I'll let you live." And you guys chose option B. So a fight broke out. Here's the picture of the fight. He has these 5 fire elementals with him, and the big fight ensued. Doc Dade was throwing things up and down, making them to where they couldn't do their multi-shots, which actually was very instrumental, saving your butts. And that is where we left off. Here's the actual picture of the map itself, where we are in the fight. Zoom, zoom, zoom. So right now, you have 1 elemental left, plus the big boss. Alright, so Jingo, you already found 1 mistake. What was the mistake?
We were not on the Midnight Core 7. We were in the Sundiver.
That is correct. Bobby,
And
did
also,
you hear another mistake? Bobby, can you hear us?
I can.
There you go. Did you hear any of the mistakes that I said during the recap? Did you catch any of them?
I did not.
What about you, Joe?
My brain stopped listening right after you said that we need to catch mistakes.
I think I caught another
right.
one.
It wasn't a salamander, it was a snake, wasn't it? It doesn't have legs.
It is a salamander. The
Okay.
Starfinder salamanders don't have legs, but
Oh, okay. It lies to us. I see how it is.
correct. That's correct. What were you saying, Jingo? You found another one?
I think another mistake is we didn't explore all of those hexes.
Correct. That is correct. There were not 5 of the fire elementals. And the room with the hole in it had the ooze that attacked you guys. Go ahead, Bobby.
Didn't the mummy only have 4 arms?
Yes, it had 4 arms and 2 legs. Correct. And it was in the other room with the figurines. So, cool. So that is where we are. Any other comments, suggestions anybody wanted to make? Any additions you wanted to add? Where is Loki on? There he is up in the corner. Okay. Alright, so you see on the map, you can see this, I don't know why that's like that. It should be like this. I think I had to make it smaller so we could move the tokens around. Anyway, so you've got this one 4x4. 22 months. Thank you so much, Jingo, for the sub. I appreciate you. So
For some reason, the map didn't open for me.
Alright, I'll pull it up here. So we have a big 4x4 pit, thanks to Doc, and we have 2 smaller 5x5 pits. As long as, they're not hidden, you can see them, we can easily go around them. Let me... They're the pink things. Here we go. Let me zoom in so I can share it. There you go. You guys should have it now. So the pink things are the nanites that were summoned by Orindor. They give you a bonus to hit anything that they're harassing. Also, they give a minus to hit to the things they are harassing. So it's a dual effect for these clouds of nanites. There is only one fire elemental left, and Sulfrax, both of which are yellow as far as health is concerned, which just means they're wounded. Alright, and there we go. Alright. So
I have
Question.
Cosmic Conversion already marked off in my spell slot. I don't remember if I cast that last week or last time, or if that was from a previous fight. I know they...
That would have been cast since your last rest.
Okay.
Yep.
So then I think one of the groups are mine then, maybe.
No, these are called something else. I'll double check what that's called. Oh,
Okay,
hey, Orindor is here. Excellent. What was your question, Bobby? While I look this up.
Is this the room where if you mess with the controls on the wall, the certain parts of it move?
Correct. Oh, and that was the other mistake I said. I said that the controls were inside the room. The controls are not inside the room. They're outside the room. Doc had been messing with them for the whole time, and then decided to come inside when people started dying. So, this one is called Microbot Assault.
Oh, okay.
caustic conversion is a cloud that of nanites, yes, but
Okay.
it causes like an acid. It creates acid around them, and little droplets of acid form and burn them.
Gotcha.
All right, so open up that. Okay, Zoya, it is your turn first. So
Oh.
So remember, if you do move like that, you can take a 5-foot guarded step and be fine. Otherwise, you would invoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Where's... I don't think I put that there. How do I cancel movement? She is gonna have to take a guarded step back that way.
Okay, perfect.
Just like I'm in the face. What is happening here?
There's
Why are you
Reno.
doing this?
Okay. His camera. Just click.
And then overheat's not gonna do anything. I had a gun. She's gonna shoot with her frostbite pistol.
Okay.
Oh, it doesn't. Cool. Alrighty. And
Alright.
then that'll be a turn.
All right. So blasts of blue comes zipping out, and it a little puff of steam comes up from this fiery snaky snake. All right. So Sulfrax has been moving up because he's been getting lit up by some of these guys. So he is now going to engage. So the elementals had been targeting Orindor, and Orindor actually dropped, but was able to be come back into the fight. And then by that time, Doc had been come into the room and helped bring him back up. And a couple of them had died, so he is now moving here. Bali gets an op attack, so he's going to do a little swipey swipe. What is up with his character sheet? Let's close that. Try again. That's weird. Alright. There it goes. Alright, so for those watching at home, if you move from a threatened square, which was right here, you get an op attack. You don't, whether or not you're still within the threatened area. So he was using his entropic strike with his shield. And he has, let's see, one more point left. So we're going to go ahead and use up that point and do an entropic strike with his op attack. That's a miss. Alright, so back to Sulfrax. He slithers up. We guys, if you didn't see the image I shared on the message of the day or in the recap on the stream, that is what he looks like. You all know that salamanders are from the plane of fire, and so hotness doesn't affect him typically. Things from the elemental plane of fire. So he has a sintered star knife that he brings out, and whip comes up, and he's going to start working on Twitch with the knife. because Twitch has been shooting him from afar. I forgot to put the -2 because of the nanites. So let me see if that still hits. It does still hit. Alright, so he slashes out with the knife, and the tail comes around, going for Orindor. Little tail slap. Alright, let me read exactly what this does. Alright, so his tail whips out and wraps around Orindor, and you are now grabbed. So he is holding Orindor in his tail, and that is enough to have Orindor go down again. Let's see, he is there. Alright. And I'm just adding the condition to him. EFG. Grappled. There is no such thing as grabbed. So I'm going to say he is grappled. I have not heard you. So I don't know if you can hear us, but we cannot hear you. We can see you. Alright, so after him is the fire elemental. Yay, he's gonna survive long enough to attack somebody. Alright, so you moved away and shot him, so he's gonna follow you. Actually, Paxton 2000, welcome. If you're
Pax
curious,
is a friend of mine.
Nice. So if you want to know a little bit more about the characters, just put the exclamation point in front of their name. You can see the list there. And it'll tell you a little bit more about the characters and what they're playing. They're in the middle of a big boss fight.
I realized I never gave you a short blip for the Twitch stream. Oops. That was always on the to-do list.
Alright, so actually I'm going to roll percentile. I'm going to say there is a... These things aren't very smart. I'm going to say there's a 40% chance he's going to follow you. Nope. So he's coming over here. And is going to start attacking Bowley.
So squishy, getting lovable.
As the nanites follow, he is going to slam. So his little snake bites out. And it's a miss. I think they only get one attack. So he's done. Alright, so Twitch. He's our mechanic. They should be joining us here, hopefully.
Soonish.
He had been shooting at Sulfrax. Just checking for something real quick. So here is the crew. Leave that up for a moment. Paxton, if you're curious, is what that's the ship, and that's in that is to scale. So Jingo is playing Doc. He's the human. Everybody else you can see is a little bit smaller or a little bit bigger. All right, so
He's a big guy for a human, isn't he?
there we go, Twitch.
Yeah, he is pretty tall for a human.
I'm not on there.
Well, we need to get you back on there. I think you were at one time.
Yes, Loki should be there. Loki is right at the same height as Doc.
But
He's a cat person. He's a Patra. Alright, so I'm looking here, checking through her stuff. He has a battle glove cestus, so this glove basically has like these electrical charges on the front of it, and it's a gauntlet. And so when he Twitch punches somebody, it zaps them with this blast of electricity. So he's going to try that against Sulfrax. He had to switch weapons, so he cannot do a full attack. But with an 18 on the die, he slams into this salamander as it runs up and as it grabs Orindor.
hey,
And he hurts him, doing 13 points of damage. Bali. So Bali did not attack, did not move, so he does not have any entropy points. Bali is our little Skittermander, 6-armed little furball. If you think of a Furby with 6 arms and about 3 times the size, that's what
Makes a good backpack.
That's right. That's what a Skittermander is. So he knows his magma blade is useless. So he is just going to he's going to move, do a 5-foot guarded step. He's actually going to try to free Orindor. So he's going to use his action to grapple. So that is a combat maneuver. So combat maneuvers are normally a +8. I do it as a +4 with my homebrew. So he's just going to do a straight melee attack. Versus the tail to see if he can grab and try to. There we go.
Yeah, we got that.
He does, and so now it is simply a matter of his athletics. He is a Skittermander, so he has a bonus to grapple. So that will be 15. So let's see what Mr. Sulfrax does.
All those hands.
Exactly. That is exactly right. Here he is. So he's going to try to. They're wrestling.
wrestling. They're wrestling.
Sadly, he rolled a nat 20, so his body is now up in the air, holding on to his tail as he's trying to wrestle and get Orndor free from this thing as it's picking him up and thrashing him up and down.
Up there.
Alright, so you have 2 RP. Let me take a look and see. Your max is 6. So, yes, you can. So, it still only costs you 1 to come up. So, go on the front page, Orndor,
Yeah.
where it's you'll see these 3 blue dots. You want the first one, STAB, stab, which is stabilize. Right there, boom. Hit point equals 0. There you go. So you are no longer unconscious and dying. Let me turn those off. You are still grappled. Oh, it helps if I hit the right button. Alright, so you are not prone officially, because he's got you wrapped up in his tail. Alright, yeah, so the only thing is you are stable. Okay, good. Okay. Doc, it is your go. Loki, you're next.
Try to incapacitate this guy or save Orndo. Let's see what I've got to save Orndo with. Let's see. Take out Mark II Serum of Healing and shoot Orndor with it.
Alright. So,
Looking to see if I have it coded. Am I going to have to hit him because he's grappled?
no. That per rules is written. You automatically hit your friends. Doesn't matter what condition they're in. Which
That's
is
cool.
nice.
Hey.
That is a lot of ones.
Wow.
Can't be helped.
But there was a 4 in there, so.
Hang in there, little buddy.
I'm hanging.
Alright, so. Shoot.
You gotta shove him a little up north in order for him to be hanging.
Right. You gotta sort of watch as Bali is on this tail. Orndor is wrapped up in this, just his head sticking out and maybe his feet. And you carefully wait, and then shot goes off, hits him right in the shoulder, and he blinks a little bit, looks around. Loki.
I think I'm gonna spend this turn using supercharge on my own weapon,
Okay.
my laser pistol.
Alrighty, so don't go ahead and mark off the spell slot. And are you gonna move?
Negatory on that.
Alright. Top of the next round. Sulfrax. He is bleeding. He has been hurt. But he is far from out of the fight yet. So he is going to... So I'm going to go ahead and give you Orindor. I'm going to push you a roll. Um, 17, not too shabby. Let's see what he rolls. So he rolls a 20, so he still needs to hit.
Are you rolling for?
See if you were able to escape from his grasp. Where's the attack? Here it is, melee. Alright, so that is at a -4. Well, with everybody shooting and pulling and twisting, he actually fumbles on his maintain the grapple. So, see, I do, if it's above 77%, there's a 33% chance to fumble, so a 77% chance to be safe, 76%, and he's safe, so he didn't actually fumble, or crit fumble, I should say. But he's going to slash out with a kniff with his sintered star knife at Twitch. That is a hit.
That plus 18 to hit is rough.
Lots of die fours. Wow. Well, he could have rolled worse by 1. So, Django can't feel too bad when he rolled worse with his D4.
Damage is damage.
Alright, so
It's just not our luck.
Loki. Oh, that was good because that was the bad guy's attack against Twitch.
Well, that one was for us. Yeah, that one was good, I guess. We've had not great luck in this fight.
So,
Did you say
Ordor,
it
you
was
are
my
no
turn?
longer grappled. I'm sorry, what did you say, Bobby?
Never mind, it's my turn.
Yes, it's your turn.
So, I'm gonna shoot the lizard thingy.
Alright, so he's tall enough, and you just have Bali and Orindor, so it may not be rules as written, but I'm going to say you're going to have a clear shot. Plus, you have the nanites working against him anyway, so make sure you put a +2 in your modifier.
Am I using Sven every once in a while?
Are you using what?
Nothing. I just want to make sure I wasn't losing your voice. I thought I lost it.
I did have issues with my mic last night, so if you guys do, if I do disappear, just please let me know. Awesome, that is a hit. I was worried. It always sucks when you waste a spell. So go to your actions, your spell page. I mean, your spells, and there should be a little button to add the damage. An effect, a little running man.
I don't know if it's rules as written, but we always allowed that supercharged weapon spell on starship weapons as well.
I think with the new magic officer, I think they do that now. It does not have a coding on it. That's stupid. Alright, so let me open it up. 46. So go ahead and roll 46 first. Atomic Hero Squad says happy Sunday, everyone.
Yay. Wow. Nice.
Alright, so in the modifier, type 16 and then roll damage. Hopefully you're not doing fire damage, because you'll ignore all of it. Alright, so Loki would know that your azimuth pistol is fire to laser.
Hopefully you have another weapon.
So go ahead and do that again with your your static arc pistol.
Reroll it all.
Yes, put 16 in the modifier and roll damage for your static arc pistol. You already hit. The 2 hit doesn't change. So you cast a spell, and you see your arc pistol starts glowing, and then these little fingers of electricity webs, this little spidery things start crawling all over it as the charge builds up and builds up. You take aim, fire. This huge glob of electricity goes blasting out. Not seeing the damage. There we go. So, bam.
22.
As electricity shatters against him and spider webs all over him. Little dark spot where it burns into his armor. As you do 26 points of damage.
Crazy.
And he's part of the lashes on his armor start coming loose a little bit. As you see, he's shakes his head. Alright, next is Orndor. Alright, so you are no longer grappled, but his tail is right there.
Right.
And he is right there, so what would you like to do?
I wanted to shoot him with my pulsecaster pistol.
If you shoot from melee, he will have an opportunity attack.
Okay, so I have to step back or hit him with something else. Okay, let's go with baton. Alright, if he's right there, I'll do the baton.
So you know you have been targeted this whole fight. So if you don't move, he will probably target you again.
So can I move one step northeast?
Okay. So you use your movement to do a 5-foot guarded step back,
Yes.
and now you can shoot.
Now I can shoot. Okay. Yeah, I already have him targeted. We're good to go. Come on, baby.
Yes, you have him targeted.
There we go.
All right, so that hits. Again, a little, not quite as exciting as Loki's hit.
Loki's hit.
It was a hit nonetheless, and he reacts as again the spider webs on his metal armor. Zoya.
She's gonna get a little bit closer. And then, I want him about here. And then she's gonna try and put this elemental down with her frostbite
Okay.
pistol.
15 on the dice.
That's
Or
a good
22.
start.
That's gonna hit.
I know we're close. We're close. It's almost there. One less thing out of the fight always helps.
Yes, so they are both red now. They're approaching
Oh. Didn't mean to do
red
that.
in health. If you zoom in, you can see the fire elemental.
Color.
It's a little orangey, but still, they're getting close. Let me zoom in a little bit better.
Get everybody out of that mass of people.
There we go. Alright, so it's Fire Elemental's turn. He's going to slam into Bali. Which will make Bali very happy. Because he needs the points. Yeah. So he just sort of almost lets him hit him.
It's a fake.
And he still isn't even out of he still hasn't even out of his fatigue, out of his stamina yet. As the thing hits him, he then gets a point, and you see the sort of, as the fire strikes into him, his fur just sort of absorbs it, and you see he gets a little glow in his eyes. Twitch, lashing out with this gauntlet that's humming a little bit as he slams into Sulfrax. Maybe if I can open him. Here he is. Cestus Battle Glove. 19 on the die. It does not have a critical effect. So, but it does do damage. Boof. Not all of it goes through because it's not magicated or anything, but it does hit him. And alright, Bali is happy, and he now gets to use his Entropic Strike as his hands are glowing, and he slams into him with his shield. Trying to finish off the big boss. 15 on the dice is going to be a hit. Is it going to be enough?
There we go.
Alright, so with a Wilhelm scream, he slams into Sulfrax, and you see his armor sort of rusts where he hit him, and behind the armor, his skin goes from the burnt orange brown that it is to black and dark, and he gasps as he tries to catch his breath, and then collapses down in a heap, tail going out behind him, and Doc.
All right. So Sulfrax is down.
Sulfrax is down. Came close to getting Orndor, but not quite.
One of the
He's
ovens.
still alive, but just down, or he's actually dead.
Sulfrax is dead.
Yes, Sulfrax is dead.
So does Orndor still have all his limbs?
Yes. His fake hand is fake, but the rest of him is still there.
All right. Let us.
What are the odds of me making a fire elemental a pet?
There you go. They do. You're a technomancer. You can summon them.
All right.
I can, but that's not the same as having it as a pet. They don't stay around forever.
to enslave him.
Let's see here.
Then that's a slave, not a pet.
I'm going to prepare one of my inhibitors for him.
State of mental being.
What kind of inhibitor is that?
It's going to be the basic inhibitor, armor class -2, speed halved.
And what type of effect is it? Does it say?
That's what it says. Armor class -2, speed halved is the effect that it gives me. That ought to slow it down a little bit.
All right. 7 damage definitely works.
There you go.
By the way, I have been singing the praises of Paizo for a while because you can buy the giant $60 350-page core rulebook like most other RPGs, role-playing games have, or you can go and get the the paperback for $20. Well, I was at the bookstore the other day. Yes, they still exist, and Paizo has a lot of the other books also in paperback, so they're clearly much smaller than this because this is a 350-page book. And most of the other ones are smaller, but they're $20 to $25 instead of the.
Yes.
This one is $40 for a hardcover. But
you might need a reading glass because the type is small.
The type is small. I will give you that. But how cheap are you? That's the question.
Very small.
Definitely worth the money.
I am
the art in
cheap.
these books is fantastic.
Oh yes. But it's great, and they also take up a lot less space. So, anyway, I was looking for. Here it is. Interesting. It usually has like SU for supernatural or spell-like ability SP or something. And it does not have that next to your basic inhibitor. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to spend the time.
I would say that my stuff is not supernatural. It would be probably spell-like abilities. It's actually technology.
Correct. Yeah, it's alchemical, if anything. So I'm just going to say it works. I'm not going to worry about it. I might be missing some obscure rule somewhere, but for now, I'm going to say it works for the fire elemental.
Change the color of his fire to green.
There you go. All right, so did you apply it to him then already?
I did.
Okay.
And it's his turn.
He's still up. Amazingly enough, there are a couple wisps still left. Not very many, but he's looking very ragged and barely there as he tries to slam once again into Bali.
They're not very smart, that's all.
Oh, he got
The
fire
little
for
guy's
brains,
trying.
so...
Yeah, he's trying.
Alright, so Bali's now going to turn to him
He's do a little pokey poke.
and slam at him with his shield. Because he hit him, so he hasn't won a topic strike. I mean, point. Ooh, sad day, he missed. As he tries to not get burned by the fire. Doc.
Oh, my turn again. Let's see. How's Loki doing? Is he nearly dead yet? No, he's not doing too bad. Oh, it's Orndor that's hurt, not Loki.
Yep.
All right, since I cannot um, shoot him with 2 inhibitors
Why not?
because it can only be affected by 1 at a time.
Bastards.
That's a hit.
Is that going to be
Will it be
enough?
enough? It's the same thing I said. It should be, because I don't think you can do less than what he needs to.
Oh, yes, I can.
You shouldn't be able to, because you should have. You are higher than 3rd level, so you have.
Oh, yes, I don't have that.
Unbearing anger.
It's half your level, so that should be a +3 to
Sonic
damage
Thunder
for the
Strike.
specialization.
It is a small arms, so absolutely it should be.
Yeah, I should have +3 to
That's a
damage
dirge
on that.
pistol. Where's the dirge pistol? There it
It's the
is.
first one. It's the top. It's also a sonic weapon.
I don't care about the damage. It's a small arms. Yep. So let's give you specialization. There you go. Boom. So you would have had. Nope. It's half specialization.
4.
Yeah, it
There
should
it is.
be +3.
+3.
I would have done 3 more points of damage.
Does 4 cut it?
Yes, that will kill it.
Yay.
Let's take a look at your basic melee weapons. Are you proficient in basic melee weapons?
Me? Yes.
Alright, so your dueling sword is fixed. The syringe spear is in basic melee. There you go. I'm not sure why it dropped the specialization on your things here, so that's weird.
I thought I'd had it on there.
There you go.
I
Yeah,
know
so
I
you're
do
good.
for my syringe pistol. I don't know about the rest of them.
Yeah, the syringe spear. Yep. Alright, so you're good to go. So just go ahead and roll the damage again.
Alright, let's see.
Because it had 2 hit points. So I'll let you hear the sound. There he is. Alright, so with that, there's a smell of burnt fur and burnt hair. Sulfuric smell of these disappearing elementals. And with that, you guys are out of combat.
Okay.
Tokens are unlocked. The nanites fade away. Alright, what would you guys like to do?
Zoya's gonna go to the control panel to get the floor back to normal.
Alright, so those are just outside. You would have to be in a hallway here. And what is your computer skill?
Oh, there we are. I got +16.
Alright, so go ahead and give me a computer's check. I'll say 1 check for all of them.
It is good.
Alright, I want to treat deadly wounds on Orndor. Give me
Okay.
a second while
So you need a
I'm
27 to raise the 4-foot, the 4x4 section, and a 22 to raise the 2 small ones. So you're good to go. You got all of them raised.
Cool.
Alright, so your treat deadly wounds is based on your med kit.
I'm looking to see what level my med kit is right now.
And does that take 10 minutes? I don't remember.
It takes 1 minute.
For everybody or just you? 'Cause I know
For
you're special.
let's see. Treat
You're
deadly
special.
wounds. I can use medicine to restore hit points to a living wounded creature. It takes 1 minute, and the DC is based on the medical equipment used. I can do it at range because of the custom microlab I have, but I still.
At range. Wow. Okay. I was not aware.
Yes.
I didn't remember that. That's weird.
Yes.
Cool.
That's maybe not. Let me look at my biohacks. No, I can use the biohacks at range. I cannot use that at range.
Pretty sure you can do it faster.
But
Or some things at least you do faster.
But let's see, advanced med kit. Let me look this up. There's advanced missile, but all right, it's probably under med kit advanced.
Gear.
Who put that where it belongs?
Alright, the DC to treat deadly wounds is only 20. And you gain a +2 bonus to medicine checks, treat drugs, diseases, and poisons. Doesn't matter. So yeah, so it's 20. For normal people. I don't know what it is for you.
It's still a 20 for me.
Okay.
Well, there we go
Bam.
then. I treat. I can heal 6 hit points.
Nice.
How many?
6.
Awesome. Thank you.
Alright, so that puts him in the green now.
I can only do that once every 24 hours for you.
Do you have an effect for him?
For that, no, I do not.
Okay. I will add
That
it
is just under the skill treat deadly wounds.
Okay, so I will
Under the skill medicine.
click. Doc. Treated. Deadly wounds. Nearly deadly wounds, I should say. Not quite dead yet. I think I'll go for a walk.
What's that from?
Monty Python.
Yep. From the plague. He's a plague sufferer that his family's trying to get rid of.
I forgot which
feel
movie it was.
happy.
I want to.
Quest for the Holy Grail.
Was it? Yeah.
Monty Python?
Yes.
Yep.
Alright, so you've done that. You guys gonna take the other 9 minutes, take a 10-minute rest?
I think that's a good idea.
It's not gonna do me any good though. I've already done my thing, right?
I don't think I need to.
Alright, so Orndor, you can use your last RP to get all your stamina back if you would like. Or you can hold on to it. Because if you have no RP and you go down,
You did.
then you die on your next turn.
I'll hang on. I'll hang on to it.
Okay?
And I take
enough-
my arm back.
Yeah, if he dies.
If you die, I take my arm back.
Alright, so but everybody else, so Twitch is gonna do his.
Did I not get hit at all? I.
Yes, you did not get hit.
Neither did I.
Like
I'm
I said, they were
impressed
focusing on
by everyone.
Orndor. He happened to come in first and do spells, and he got the target on him.
Zoya was pretty good at being pretty far back, I guess. At least from what I remember when I played.
And also, when they said, give us the tablet, Orndor said no. So he
That's
suffered
fair.
their wrath.
That's fair. I would beat him up too.
Alright, and Bali.
Hey, I conferred with you guys, so
Bali had 1 stamina left. So he didn't go into hit points by 1. Excellent.
That's
That came close.
we need an
Alright.
8-hour rest in order for me to regain anything else. Is that correct?
The long rest, yes.
Spell slots.
Yep.
Spell slots. Do I gain any
Correct.
sort of healing?
No. On a long rest, you will, yes. I'm not sure what you're
I
asking.
will. I'm asking
Yes.
like how much I would heal if on a long rest.
You will get your level back in hit points. I believe you also get your con mod. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
Jingo,
Never
if
had
you would
that before.
verify that for me, what you get back on a long rest.
On a long rest, I believe you get equal to your level in hit points, period. If you want to add con bonus, that would be house rules. That's what I did when I ran Starfinder.
Okay.
But it is not rules as written. With medicine check and tending, long-term care, I can, let's see, has a DC of 30, requires a medical lab or a medical bannership. I have a custom micro lab, and it has a DC of 30. If I succeed, he can recover twice as many hit points. So recover 12 overnight instead of 6.
Right. That means you don't get rest. So.
Yeah, that means I don't get rest.
All right. So you guys have taken your 10 minutes. You guys take a swig of whatever liquid you have handy as you're looking at this twitching salamander.
Let's just see
Joya
if he
wants
has
to
any
loot the
ID on
body.
him. Yes.
Yeah, can we loot the body?
Why, yes. Yes, you can.
Yeah, once the floor's all taken care of, she's coming back into the room. He died like right here, I think.
Maybe. I gotta find him. Because
It's one of these blood spots.
he is...
Yeah, the salamander thing, he died right there
There it is.
between the twitch
Yeah, but
and...
he's in a different... the encounter is in a different spot. Because this is Paizo, and they like being fun.
Moving stuff around.
There he is. Okay. And I suppose I can give you guys your XP.
That'd be nice. I have so many languages.
Alright, so I don't see anything on here. Yeah, so everything here you could see. So you don't need to do any kind of special checks. I will throw his gear in the party sheet. Just waiting for Fancy Grounds to catch up.
Just thinking about it.
And mustard.
There's just a grenade hanging out in here.
There's a grenade.
Yeah, I'm kind of considering taking it, unless somebody else would like it.
There you go. Alright, so
I can't throw it. I'd be a danger to us with it.
yeah, so actually the diminisher grenades we talked about last week. They are a special kind of grenade. What they do is they basically, it's like a dispel magic. So if you have an effect that is on you, a magical effect, especially, or like a burning condition, stuff like that, the diminisher grenade cuts the time of that in half or shuts it off completely, depending on how you roll.
Oh.
So the diminisher grenade is not an offensive weapon; it is a defensive weapon.
Gotcha.
And
But
Doc is going to take that armor.
What armor?
There was freebooter armor 2. I'm going to give the freebooter armor 1 that I used to wear. It'll get me
Okay.
a better armor class for the first time in a long time.
it also has a deflective. It's not defective; it's deflective reinforcement, which I was not using. So you guys looked out. You're welcome.
I might want these rifles. I'm reading about them right
Deflective means
now.
Not deflecting.
I said it's not defective; it is deflective with an L.
It gives me a DR5.
I'm saying that deflective is not really a word.
It is in gaming.
Deflect is a word.
Deflect, yes.
How is it different from reflect?
So if you
Reflect would, I guess, be like a light, sound, energy reflects, sound, light. Deflect is to alter the course of something.
Okay.
So if you have a shield and as I swing at you with my sword, you can deflect the sword with the shield.
Yeah. Yep. My bad.
All right, so this upgrade gives your armor a uniquely slippery texture. Your armor grants you a DR5. In addition, your armor check penalty is reduced by 2 when you attempt an acrobatics check to escape. So,
Wow.
Doc is the anti-acrobat.
there you go. So now you're slickery.
Is it an
If
all over
nobody-
evenly? Is there other parts that are the same?
Can imagine Doc dancing like Christopher Walken in that Weapon of Choice video. If you've ever seen it, go Google Weapon of Choice.
Yeah.
If you guys don't want the rifles, I'm gonna take the rifles.
I cannot use them.
Yeah,
I will take that serum of healing because I ended up using it on somebody else.
Yeah, go for it.
yeah, most of them cannot use the
Somebody else beat
long
me.
arms.
Yeah, I can't use any of those. I can't use grenades either. I am not proficient.
Can I also take the data pad?
Now, my other character.
Cool.
All right, so the armor check penalty on this is I don't see that it has one, so I think that's just part of the deflective.
The deflective reinforcement mod.
Right. Speed adjustment is 0. Yeah, it doesn't have one, so yeah, that's not important. But you do get a +2. So this actually gives you a +2 when you're trying to use acrobatics to escape. So had you been wearing this, and had you been Orindor, when the tail got wrapped around you, it would have been easier for you to escape. So that's going to be up to you if you want to add it to make a
Yeah, I'll look into coding the DR.
code. Well, DR is easy. I'm not worried about that. I'm talking about the acrobatics attempt to escape. If you want to code that and throw it in a combat tracker, you can. Otherwise, you just have to remember that.
Yeah, I'll remember it. I doubt I'll ever see Doc making an acrobatics roll attempt ever for anything, ever.
Yep. All right, so That is the gear you find on this gentleman. Let me make sure I am not missing anything.
He's dead, Jim. I call dibs on his tricorder.
It's implied
All right.
that they're different.
Go ahead and give me a... I'll push it to everybody. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that was hidden. So, Doc, you succeeded. Orindor did. Zoya and Loki, you did not.
Wow.
So, Doc, you're also, that makes sense because you two are, Doc is closer to the door than anybody else.
Yeah, he went down there to see where they came from while everybody else was picking the body.
So it's almost impossible for you to find this door from inside. As I mentioned last time, when you close the doors, they merge into the walls, and it's just a tiny seam. So as you're looking up there, you hear this explosion off in the distance. And Orindor as well. So you way off in the distance, you hear this explosion.
Okay.
I'm going to go back out here to the control panels
Again,
and see if there's...
You cannot find the door, so hold on a second. Let me...
Oh, we can't find the door out of the room at all. Oh,
Give me just a
shit.
second. Yeah, give me a second. You know it's there, so it's just a matter of... Here it is. It is...
I have some thieving skills, so I may be able to facilitate this. I have stealth, sleight of hand. So sleight of hand would be considered under searching for things, right? Finding things.
Here it is. Although the doors into this room are apparent from the outside, they blend almost seamlessly into the walls within this room when closed. The northern door has a transparent panel over a honeycombed layer like the wall there, finding a previously unknown door from within, but you do know where it is. The doors have no controls within the room, but you can force the door open by rigging a circuit with a hacking kit or an engineering tool kit and using a computer or engineering check, or you can break it.
I have a hacking kit.
Well, this door is all yours because I do
So
not.
computers, DC-30 computers or engineering. Anybody who has computers or engineering, whichever one you're going to use.
I will assist.
I will assist.
So Zoya, which one are you going to use?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use computers because my computers is better.
Okay, so anybody who has computers, if it's less than 10 or 9, you can roll, otherwise it's an automatic help.
Okay,
Yeah, I have
14,
like well over 10 on my
plus
roll.
14.
Alright, so you have 3 people helping you, so you get a +6.
Okay.
And your kit itself gives you +2, so you have a +8.
Plus 8. Sick. Let's see if we can do this. Hey, we
you
got
go.
it.
Alright. So you're able to hack into the door, and it pop. So now you went out and closed up the pit. So I had forgotten about that before. Right, and now from here you can open up the north door as well. Since you guys went outside. All right, so Doc, you're going to do what you said? Now that you can get out.
Oh, well,
What?
I was going to go back to this panel and see if there is a control to open the door to the north.
Yes.
And I will do that. Do I need to make a
Okay.
roll?
It's a DC 15, I think. So go ahead and, if your computer checks is lower than that.
I
No
fail on a
problem.
1.
No
Wow.
problem.
Yep, you got it.
All right, this is where they came from. I heard an explosion. That can't be good. Let's hope it wasn't our ship.
Well, your
Explosion
ship
from
is
the
on the
north
other
or
side of the
south?
world. Your ship is like 15 miles, 20 miles
Yes.
away.
The ship we need to get back. The ship we need to get back.
So you're pretty sure it wasn't your ship.
And you said it was from the north or the south?
I couldn't tell.
Okay. Well then, whoa, I'll follow you, I guess. That's what I'll do at least.
We haven't been this way, have we?
No,
There is
I
a
don't think so.
door. So in the hallway you were just in, I'm going to move you back real quick so I can point it out and show the stream as well. At the end of this corridor. Oh, you're not there yet. Here. Right there. Where you are. Why isn't it showing on the stream? There it is. Alright, so that's a door that you haven't been to, and then the door where you are now you haven't been through.
Which way did the explosion come from?
With
Or
the
do we
perception
know?
check you made, Doc, it came from behind the door that you're at.
All right, this way.
But
That's where
way
the
far away.
we know that's
Where
where
they
the
came
guys
from.
came from too. Yeah. I was gonna say.
Alright, so Orndor, you moving with him?
Yes.
Alright, so this one, long hallway, gently slopes upward as you're moving. Perfectly smooth rounded floors. So, as you get, hold on, trying to zoom in.
Looking at these floors, all I can think of is like walking along them. You probably hear like, you know how when your dog's nails are too long and they walk on tile or something, and they just click the entire time. I feel like that's what Zoya sounds like as she's walking along.
Alright, so when you get here, a metal iris snaps shut at the north end. And it begins, there's a wall starts moving slowly toward the south.
What?
The door behind you opens up as well.
So the wall in front of us is moving towards us, and the door behind us is open.
Correct. You are being gently ushered
Pushed out.
into the room you guys just left.
The room has denied us. Is there a control panel anywhere nearby? Or is the only one that we know of the one in the outside of the other room?
There is a small control panel for the door just outside the door to the south.
Okay, so there's no way to shut this thing down. Okay, well... Fine.
You do not see any way to shut the thing down, no.
Can Zoya spend time with that computer to see if she can figure out what's causing this wall to decide it doesn't like us? A way to shut it down.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. Anybody else doing anything?
Hi, you guys.
Yeah, I'm looking something up here real quick.
I'm trying to remember where the rules are for perception. It's the front page, right? There you are. Not great.
Alright, so you do not see anything, any kind of controls. It's just, this wall is just slowly sliding. You do notice there are some small little scuff marks where something, maybe a piece of sand or a rock, had been pushed down this way before, but you don't see any way to stop it.
I say we get out of this room until we can figure out how to get that door to stop. They had to have come through somehow from the other side. It's obviously not impossible to be in that room or in that hallway because that's where the guys came from. But as of right now, uh,
Fun.
Alright, so you guys are gently ushered into this room, and then the door shuts.
alrighty.
So you would either have to hack it again, or you guys can leave from the south door. So I'll say that one's still.
We've got another door. Let's check that one out.
I agree. Do we have to hack the south side door again?
No, I'll say
or is
that
it
you,
open still?
because you hacked it before, you have it. You know, you let the little panel open and you
Okay.
click,
Cool.
you get it. Alright, so I'll move you guys just in case sometimes the doors give issues. There we go. I'll move you out into the hall.
Oh, no, please don't do that.
Alright. You guys are at the door.
Is it locked?
It is not.
Open it.
Open sesame.
So, unlike most halls in here, the walls of this
Excuse me.
the walls of this why isn't it sharing? Oh, it did. Never mind. I had the chat scrolled up. Anyway, the walls of this hallway are pocked with the. You've seen these hexagonal niches before. So it's just dark as you look down there.
Like pitch black or just low
No,
light?
it just it
can't see
absorbs
there?
light. So
Yeah, these things
it
are
only
like
goes out.
flash darks.
Similar to the sound dampening, but instead of sound, it's light.
Don't I have dark vision? Dark
Loki?
vision 66.
Zoya
This-
has dark vision. I know
Dot
that.
has dock vision,
Nice.
which means he can't see in the dark.
Oh,
I
what
have
did
a
say?
spell that can. I have a spell that can
60.
give you low light vision, but not dark vision. Hi, Mantha! Happy birthday!
Hello, thank you.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday.
All right, let me
I-
release Bali.
Or you could keep him
I don't know
hostage,
who was
you know?
playing him.
Sven.
Are you kidding me?
None of us wanted to try and do a Vanguard.
You're a Vanguard? No, I barely.
So, Sven, what do I see for 60 feet from where I'm at?
Hallway.
Hallway?
Yep.
And more hallway.
And more
Yeah.
hallway, more hallway.
More hallway. More
I would
hallway.
say we should all not go in because if the thing is gonna do it again, I guess how fast was the door? I guess clearly slow enough to where we could all get out. But
I'm going. I'm going.
Yes, last time it was very slow. It was just made it to where you could not go north.
it's one of those
Okay.
never-ending hallways that you think you're getting closer and you're not.
It just keeps scratching. Okay. There's a door.
Is
It's
this
a
door
door.
locked?
All right, Orndor, you going with him?
Open the door.
All right, Twitch is here. Let me throw him on the map. Boom.
We
I just
we
didn't want to
open the
move you guys,
door?
so after the fight, I
Take
took
him
you off
off.
the map. There's so much going on. I didn't want to have to screw with the tokens.
Open the door.
You didn't want to haul
Open
30 of them?
monster, and loot the room.
There you go. So the door should be unlockable.
Be a hackable or it's just unlocked?
It's not locked, so you can open it.
It's not letting me.
Nope. Access denied.
All right, let me check, double check. You're right, it is locked. Let me see. Oh, okay. So this is there's this panel is blocked. The door is blocked by this panel. You remember last time? Looking at your comm unit, you can tell where you are. This is the room with the schematic on the floor, and it's also where the doorbuster was used to blast through one of the doors. So you think that's why you can't get through here. I think you do have to blast through it. The snub breaching gun.
Oh,
And
I
I
don't remember
think
who has that gun right now.
I want to say Twitch.
Yeah, I feel like it sounds like a Twitch thing, but you never know. Stuff ends up in weird places sometimes.
So I don't have Discord open right now. Is Roberta there?
We can see your
yes.
icon lighting
Go
up,
Twitch.
but we can't hear you.
Go to gear. Yes. So Twitch has the
Still
breaching
can't hear you.
snub gun.
Yeah, it was.
The snub breaching gun.
Fire away!
Nope.
So it uses scattergun shells as ammunition against a single target, dealing him an impressive amount of damage, even tearing through doors and other objects. Space pirates use them to blast through interior doors, although an expert user can use it to break through an airlock door.
That's impressive.
Alright, so it's basically like a shotgun. And let's see, it does 2d10 damage. Let's see the door itself. Wrong window. Here it is. Nope. One of these windows has to be it. Okay, well at least I'm closing a lot of windows. Dock, still, oh here we go. Okay. don't think anybody here is strong enough to break it. Let me check. Does anybody want to try? Just athletics, trying to see if they can slam into this panel.
Is
I'll
breaking it a
try.
good thing?
I'll try. Let's see. Athletic.
Yes, you guys are trying to get out.
Who
Okay.
has the highest strength?
I have a plus 11 athletics.
I'll
Wow.
try.
Twitch
Alright.
has the
Twitch can
highest
do
strength.
his little ball thing and roll into it.
Oh yeah.
If he rolls up, and then we bowl him like a bowling ball, then maybe.
Athletics. So Twitch and Bali have the same number for athletics.
They work together to pry the door open. Or we can. I feel like just using the gun's gonna be the fastest route here and save us a lot of.
Yeah,
I
I'm
kind of
gonna
want to
roll it.
see if it works.
Yep.
Okay.
Right,
I
give me
rolled
just a
a
moment. I'll be right back. You guys.
I rolled a 19.
Okay, acrobatics isn't going to do
Oh
anything.
shit.
You can parkour as much as you want, but it's not going to open the door.
You
Once
do
I-
a
I
flip
did the
at the
wrong
door,
one.
hoping it'll be
Plus 3.
impressed.
Oop.
Like runs at it like they're gonna body slam it and then just last minute flips instead.
13.
Well, that's a nice looking door, guys.
That
Just
is a
shoot her with the
nice
damn gun.
folder.
What of the skills we roll for picking that thing or whatever, you know? If it's
We have to brute strength it, so it's gonna be strength.
but we're okay,
Oh,
They're
wait,
rolling
I have-
athletics because
right? But
I'm not sure,
like in
but
general. Which one do you roll just in general?
I think strength, in my opinion, at least.
Okay. That's bad.
To break it, he said athletics.
Oh well, he was saying your athletics
Oh,
wouldn't do anything.
all the time.
No, he said the
No,
acrobatics.
acrobatics because
That
I
lets you move
accidentally
first.
rolled X.
Oh,
I rolled the
gotcha.
wrong thing.
Gotcha.
All right, so neither one of you, as you slam against it, nothing happens.
Like if we want to like chip away at the hit points of this thing, I could do that, but it'll take a little bit. The gun is probably the better option.
I vote with
Can you see my whole head or is it cut off?
We can hear
we
you
can see
now.
We
it,
can hear you.
but it's very dark.
That's
Yeah, that
because we
makes sense.
have no bedroom light.
You have a lamp and
That every
and
other
a
lamp
jewel
is on
case.
in this room. Every other lamp is on in this room, and it is still that dark.
Okay.
You want the lamp from this room?
No, it's okay. We'll worry about it later.
Doesn't look that dark.
We'll
All
just
right,
say
so-
I'm in nostalgic area. There we go. I'm nostalgic, black and white.
That's right.
Sit. Sit.
Okay, so
Sit.
we do something.
Uh-huh. Good boy. Dad. I walked Parker down the alley all the way and back. He pooped and peed.
All right, so as you guys are, why is it dark? I see you. I see you online. I can't find which camera you are. Why it's not there? Let's see. Nope. What just happened? I broke everything. All right, so moving on. So it's going to require Twitch. So Twitch, if you want to go ahead and roll some damage, I'll say you automatically hit. So just roll
How
the
much damage? What am I rolling?
The breach gun. You're
Okay,
blasting
hang on.
through this wall.
Okay. Uno momento. Where is my breach gun?
And Bali, or rather Mantha, any one that you roll for tonight's game is going to be a 22.
Like a 1 on the die?
Correct.
Neat, I've been rolling bad lately.
DM
Then again-
5E Brian is following. Appreciate you, man.
Then again, I typically roll bad, not low. So if I wanted to roll low, I'll roll really high, like I do on my percentiles.
So Brian, if you're curious about the characters, you can see there in the chat, put an exclamation point, type their name, and it'll tell you a little bit about what class and race they are. Appreciate the follow, thank you. Alright, so 12 damage. Some couple chunks fall from it. Go ahead and shoot again. Does anybody else want to do damage to this thing? You think that electricity is probably not going to do a lot of damage. Fire is probably not going to do a lot of damage.
Could this be considered combat so I can have an entropy point? We're fighting a door?
I'm going
I
to say
do every
no.
day of my life.
Because I'm like, my entropic strike is penetrating. And that's the whole reason that I got the penetrating entropic strike. But like, we can never use it outside of combat, I guess.
I would give you 1 point.
I would like to try to use that point to make an entropic strike against the door.
Your weapons aren't gonna do anything useful.
And Bali, he maneuvers through everybody's legs like he always does. And he goes ahead and he tries to punch the door.
Oh, I know why. Okay.
Does a 14 hit?
Oh, you don't have to hit. You automatically hit the door.
Okay.
You're just rolling damage.
Okay.
How would you miss a door?
I don't know. But look at him. He might be just too
He trips
adorable.
and falls.
And that 16 damage is penetrating.
So the way things work when you're attacking an object in Starfinder, you have to overcome the hardness. So as long as you go beyond the hardness level, so say it had a hardness of 10, if you do 9 damage, it takes no damage. Actually, if you do 10 damage, it does no damage. If you do 11, then it takes 11 points of damage. And what Bally is talking about, he does 16 damage no matter what the hardness is, because it's piercing. What did you say it was called? What's the word?
Called penetrating.
Penetrating, yep. Svengal, there we go. Okay,
you for
now
the
we can
entropy
get you on
point.
camera. Alright, so this thing is definitely taking some damage and has been hurt. There we go. Now we should be able to see you. Click. Ta-da! There we go. So now Roberta can be seen. Alright, so it's going to take at least one more hit. So go ahead and roll damage. Twitch.
Is it for the blaster gun again?
Correct.
Okay.
There's a healthy chunk out of the door, plus Bolly's. So, Bolly, as you touch this panel, what happens?
So, I think I've described Bali's entropic strike, what it looks like, to a good extent. It looks kind of like these heat waves that are like radiating off of his body. And as he punches the door, it like goes from all around his body and just like rushes down his arm and into the door, and it kind of sends like a little bit of like a shockwave over the surface of the panel. And as it goes, like you start to see like little patches of like rust starting to eat into the metal.
Very nice. All right, so then one final shot from the breaching shotgun blasts through it, and you're able to. It cracks enough, and you're able to break and chip it away. Chip it away, chip it away, chip it away now. So this is the same stuff as you're working. You see it's the same polyfluid that's been used to build almost everything else. So for some reason, the core had sealed off these two lower the 3 doors out, leading out of this room with the schematic on the floor.
Huh.
There you go. I just moved him in so you could see the room with the schematics on the floor.
I appreciate it.
It's been a while since we've been in this room.
It's been a while. All right, do you guys, somebody
And to the
Doc,
right,
since
is that
you-
room the what? Oh, sorry.
are a fellow DM and a previous DJ, you want to use that melodic voice to explain to Bali and Twitch what happened while they were otherwise engaged?
What happened here
Yes.
Oh.
Tonight, what happened?
tonight? We wrapped up our fight with the salamander and his elementals. Almost got trapped in that room before we figured out a way out. Tried to go out through the north door of that room, triggered some sort of mechanism which caused the wall to move and pushed us back. We at one point we also heard an explosion out there somewhere, and so we're trying to figure out how to get out of here. Came down to this door that we could not get open and decided to let them go at it with a breaching charge.
Yep.
And eventually they knocked this door down.
All right, so that is pretty much the last hurdle you all had. If you want to move yourselves up and around, you will see that that is the exit. Nope, where Loki's going is back in. Where the pit.
I just wanted to confirm that that was the goo pit.
Yeah.
Let me click on. There we go. So Doc, you remember there's this hole in the floor, giant
I remember that.
because
Oh,
you fell in it last
yes.
time. But were able to save yourself from falling.
Is it still pitch black in here?
It is dark in here, yes.
Do we have any of that polyfluid on us?
No.
Nope, it's
You
all
might
on the
have a
ship.
handful of UPBs, but you don't have any polyfluid.
Bali is once again grabbing onto like the tip of Zoya's wings so that he can feel his, like kindergarten rope style. He cannot see.
And Brian, here's the picture.
I've been muted the entire time. Haha. Do either of you want me to cast keen senses on you so you can see in low light?
By the way, did we win the fight?
We did. We beat
killed
him
the
up
dude?
real good. You got to
Or
do
did
the
they run
final
away?
strike too. No, full on dead. Wiped him out.
Oh, good. It seems like they've already ransacked this place.
There you go, Brian. There's the crew in 2 scale. Alright, so how you guys getting across? Several of you can jump right across without any issue.
Zoya's gonna do what they did
Yeah,
last
this-
time.
Do we need a roll for it? Would that be acrobatics, athletics?
Zoya can fly across Orendor and Bali if they are willing. I think I have rope if we want to just tie it around Doc.
Twitch will just jump.
Doc will try to jump, but he knows what's going to happen when he does.
So let's wrap the rope around him and have you as like a backup.
Acrobatics or
It is
what do I need
athletics.
to roll? Okay. What do I need to roll? Do I make it? I think I do.
Is Loki really that tall?
So I'm assuming I made it across.
Alright, so the answer to your question, I was showing Brian our group, and the answer to your question is yes, he is that tall.
He's 7 feet. Okay. Dang. That's tall. Then again, I'm 3 feet tall. So little bit of a difference.
I'm almost. I think I'm a little taller than you.
Alright, so you're able to see it. You guys know where it is, so that's the biggest problem, is just being able to see it.
You, Orendor and Bali let Zoya fly them across.
Bali could jump, but he's like already in your arms, babe.
Okay.
I'm full 6 inches taller than you, so I'm not going to jump either.
Alright, so
So-
she'll
Take
fly
you up.
him across.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so same thing you did last time, like you
Crowd
said.
that.
I'm just looking.
And
Last,
this requires an athletics roll.
yes,
Doc,
because you're
Doc
jumping.
does not have an athletics roll.
Athletics, I'm very just short.
Have a good one, Paxton. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye, Pack.
Well, an 11's not the worst athletics roll you could get.
No. But he will try and fall.
So I need a reflex save to see if you can grab the edge. It is a DC 12 to grab the edge, so you do not fall into it again. And again, they're able to work together and pull you up, no problem. So this has everything from running, hustling, walking, flying, climbing, burrowing, swimming. I cannot find where it talks about jumping again. It talked about it before. It's probably
Look under
in
the
the
athletic skill.
it's probably in the athletic skill. Yeah. Let me
Yep, jump. You can horizontally or vertically jump a distance no greater than the remaining amount of movement. If you take a 10-foot running start just prior to the jump, the DC is equal to the number of feet you are attempting to jump horizontally, or 4 times the number of feet you were attempting to jump vertically.
All right, so it's a DC
So-
10
It would have been a DC 10.
or 11 if you want to be precise. So yes, Loki,
DC doubles if you don't take a running start.
Loki and Twitch. Although I don't know how Twitch can jump, but okay. I've never seen a earwig jump, but
Twitch can just
Really?
stand
Fine.
up really tall and fall all the way across the hole.
Like, there's like a bridge kind of
Pretty
thing.
close, pretty close. But I could also, go into a ball for 10 feet and then just open up and fly.
Try to
Just get a rolling start.
spring yourself. Boing.
Get the
All right.
rolling start. I love that.
All right, so yeah, Doc did make it with his DC 11 in the first place.
Woo.
It may not look pretty, but you made it.
Really, the reflex save was like he made it, but like his balance was off, so he like kind of started to lean backwards into the pit, and the 14 was him like leaning back forwards.
Yes.
All right,
And
so
after
I can
that
fly,
running start,
so
Doc
no
has to stop and take a hit off his inhaler.
All right, so you guys are out, and as you come out, you see that the as you step out, you see there's a smoke off to your right. And as you wander over there that way a little bit, you notice the ship that he was in is now a smoldering pile of ash and
You think
smoke.
he had a
and
kill switch on it?
So again, to clarify, it's not your ship; it's the ship that you guys saw when you guys came out, and because you saw it on
one
the
that
diorama,
theoretically he came from.
the big diorama of everything. So, you came out to see what it was. That's the ship, and now it's a useless pile of slag.
I still don't feel good about this entire ship being on fire. Even if it's not our ship.
Maybe your ship is on fire too, but you can't tell from here.
It's a little ways
Well, I
down. I
hope
sure
not.
hope not.
All right, so
We did also try to disguise our ship, so maybe they didn't notice it.
We're there.
all right, so as you guys start heading back, did you want to take a long rest first, or did you want to just start heading
Yes.
back? Short rest. What did you guys want to do?
We want to take that long rest.
Yeah, let's take a long rest.
Long rest for real.
Well, I guess if everybody else is doing it.
You don't have
I'm
to. You can
taking
stay
a
up all
cat
night.
nap.
You can.
I was like, I'm gonna stay up and run around for as long as I want because I want to.
15 minutes. He's collapsing asleep.
That
Oh, no,
child
he
was
was
like,
running
doesn't
around
want to take a
tired.
nap.
I'm not tired. I'm not tired.
Hey, are you asleep? No. Yeah, his first 15 minutes is just running around, like, gathering, like, I don't know, like, foliage or something, and making, like, a little nest for himself. And then the rest of the night, he's just dead asleep in a little pile of sticks and shit. I don't even know if there is foliage here. Not like a little rock nest made out of like pebbles and shit.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and push a long rest.
spells are back.
Alright, so I'm going to start with, as you guys work your way down, you come to a broad amphitheater-like plaza, and it looks like that there are, you do see not necessarily tracks, but you've seen these robots, the prototypes and the reclaimers, and they all, on occasion, if the situation just right, they might leave a little skid mark or a little scrape. So you see these, it looks like this amphitheater has been used as an assembly area for the prototypes. Well, right now it is empty. It just looks like pretty much like an amphitheater. Go to the next hex, a different hex, and you see that this is one of the hexes on the edge of the city, and it looks like it's devoted to producing technology that can survive direct contact with the forces inside a star. As you see, there's construction that's related. The structures radiate out from a central point to form concentric shells, and there's a large scorched platform topped with a thin layer of hot sicatite, which is a type of metal that the ship is made out of. And the shields separate the platform from the rest of the city. And you see a prototype journey to the platform, or these one of the little speaker guys place a construct there, and then after he leaves, you see the bubble moves down, exposes the platform to the sun for a little bit of time in a narrow beam, and then when the bubble closes and the site cools, another prototype comes and collects whatever's left.
We learned how to communicate with these prototypes, didn't we, because of the speaker? I forget what it was called.
Yes.
I believe we did, yes.
Yep. The little guy.
And
Yep. So what I'm doing is, instead of having you guys travel and roleplay all these out, like I said a long time ago, these are in the very back of the book, these notable locations. There are different encounters that are set up, but these locations aren't mentioned. So I'm just skimming through these as you work your way back down to your ship. Visible behind the facade of an otherwise normal-looking windowed skyscraper is an enormous, smooth-walled silo, hundreds of feet tall. The structure has 4 ground entrances that lead to enormous elevators, and they only go to the top of the structure, where a single opening allows you to see a stream of sunlight shining in. Hanging from the struts and scaffolding is a half-constructed prototype colossus, so large it dwarfs some of the other structures, completely the buildings. You can tell, those of you who are trained in engineering and physical science can tell it's shielded like a starship, but it doesn't have any weapons. You're not sure, there's no movement in this whole hex, so you're not sure if they've just stopped building it, or how long they stopped building it, or what it might serve, what purposes. A couple of you may guess maybe there was a threat that Nova perceived to the city, so they started building it, and now the threat's gone, so they stopped building it. You're not sure. Another hex, there's this bizarre approximation of an art gallery, where these different daises hold sculptures that look like that are made into polyfluid, and as you're walking by, you notice one of them sort of melts down and then reshapes itself into a new form. doesn't really resemble any known art, but being on pillars and stuff like it is, you can tell that they're it's sort of like looking through a kaleidoscope on some of them, and you see that the different pieces there. And you see several prototype speakers. This is the first time you've seen more than one speaker in one place, as you see multiple prototype speakers are moving around, pausing to observe each work, and then before it moves to the next one. All right, and then I'll ask Doc, Jingo, would you mind telling us about this?
Noma's mouth. In this area, a large circular pit, several hundred feet wide, is filled with enormous grinding plates similar to those reclaimers use to chew up material Noma designates for recycling. Dozens of empty polyfluid canals extend from the pit's fringes. This place was once a major reprocessing center. The mouth is still used when Noma directs a gigantic prototype or other mobile experiment to throw itself in.
All right, and Mantha?
Oop, who left?
Did you get the thing I sent you, Mantha?
Yes. Sorry. I was distracted. Somebody left the Discord. The shifting city. The structures composing this sector are on tracks built into the ground on a massive grid. Each edifice moves constantly, albeit at a pace of only several inches per hour. As a result, the sector's layout shifts continually, with alleys becoming avenues and areas exchanging locations. Remaining in one place for any length of time can be disorienting for sapient creatures, as their surroundings shift gradually yet undeniably.
All right, so that's just a handful of the dozen or so locations that they provided and things that you see. Again, you're not studying every single map hex. As you're working your way down and back, you're just trying to get to the ship. When you get back to the ship, it is not burning and smoking.
Hooray! Always a good sign.
That's always a bonus. This place is nice, but I don't want to live here forever.
Especially because, as nice as it is, there's no food. There hasn't been any food or water, so...
Yeah, that's just a little speed bump.
That's right. You can only stand to eat so much polyfluid before it gets old. All right. So you make it back to the ship.
Tasty wheat.
Cannibalism is always an option. It's not cannibalism if we are different races, right?
That's right.
Have you tried the Soylent? The green is particularly delectable.
No. I've seen that movie.
Green flavor.
All right, so
my favorite flavor of Kool-Aid, green.
I've seen that movie.
All right, is there anything you guys wanted to do before you leave?
No, before we leave, I will take one last picture of the place with my communication device. A selfie. I was here.
Oh yeah.
Name a graffiti
We really
on the
should
wall.
have been taking pictures this whole time, huh, guys?
I would assume we have recording devices and such that we can run through too. I don't know. How long would it take Mizoya to fly the general area with a video recording thing?
Each hex is just under half a mile. So you can, if you're going up, you can fly. It doesn't take you that long.
Do one of those like awful home videos.
It's all shaky and like her thumbs kind of over the camera.
And then you got
She's talking over the whole thing.
you got the parent like telling the kids to say hi and wave.
Smile more. Smile. Stop
Wave
hitting
at the
your brother.
camera.
Smile.
Ah, ship, sweet ship.
So you're back on the Sundiver,
Let's go.
and who is going to be the pilot?
I think I had the highest dex, so I was always the pilot.
I'm not sure
Where?
it was Dex that just determined that. I think it was your computer.
Was it? I
It's
don't
your
Or
piloting
remember.
piloting.
skills. Yes.
It
I
was
have
something.
one rank in piloting. I know how to start it.
I got a +4.
Oh wait, you just opened it for me.
I'm piloting.
So actually, surprisingly enough, Orndor has the highest ranks in piloting, followed closely by Twitch.
Gotcha.
7 and
Why
6.
did I pilot last time? That makes no
I
sense.
don't know.
I don't actually know. Hold on a second. There's Zoya. I lied.
Wait, she has
You weren't on my. I didn't see you because my window was too small. So you have 9. So you are the highest.
Okay, I was like, wait, if they're the highest,
Followed
why
by
was I
Orndor.
piloting?
Okay,
Okay,
you
well-
need to go to sleep.
All right. So go
You
ahead
can
and give me a
number.
piloting
Okay.
check.
Me or Orndor?
You, because you're +9.
Cool. Will do. Now I gotta find the thingy I wanted to be in. Skills.
Did anyone take a walk around the ship to make
I-
sure everything on the outside was okay?
Nobody did. Do you want to do that?
I would love to do that, please.
All right.
Just
As an engineer, maybe before
Alright.
we fly into the sun, we should make sure our ship is in ship shape.
All right, there, mechanic. Go ahead and give. I'll let you take 20 on that. So what is your? Let's see. Your perception is. Twitch plus 12. So it's a 32. All right. So as you search around,
I know I know.
you see that the things that you set
I
up,
told him he needed. If he
You
was
all
gonna
set
be
up
out there, he needed to go to sleep,
broadcasting
and he did
devices
what he was told, so I'm
to,
gonna leave him out there. No,
keep
you need to go
the
to.
robots away, and so those are still active.
Drive-
And you don't
Awesome.
see any kinds of signs that
I'll tell him you said
the ship
I
is
just wanna
damaged
get
or
off.
that there's anything on it. You crawl up onto it as well. It's a little slick, but you're able to climb up onto it and search around, and you don't see anything out of the ordinary.
great. So after taking a walk around the ship, y'all, everything on the outside seems a-okay.
Cool.
All right, so you guys get back into the ship. Here is, if you guys want to mess around, boop. There you are. You can feel free to move about the ship if you want. Either one doesn't. The side view or the top view doesn't matter. At least not right now until stuff happens.
Well, since Zoya is piloting, I'm assuming it's gonna be one of these computer decks.
Okay, so
Or is it the top one?
takes
I
off
don't know.
with that piloting check 14.
Not a good roll for me.
I think it was the middle one that you were at.
Usually that's where I sit, but I couldn't remember.
Because
Alright,
I remember
so you-
Bali was in the boxes.
Head toward the
I know the console ripping stuff out.
tunnel where the bubble extends out, and it is very rocky and you're hitting the sides, and your turbulence is really bad as you're trying to work your way up and out of the bubble. you remember it being a lot smoother coming in, and you're bouncing around and everybody's shaking and moving and things are shifting in the dock cargo bay. The poly fluid is shaking and bubbling, but you finally do manage to get out and start working your way back to where you input the coordinates in. And first 2 days go by uneventfully. Is there anything anybody wanted to do during those 2 days?
I swear I remember something that we were like, oh, we should probably make more of those, but I don't remember what they were.
I'm just making sure everything is, after that rough takeoff, that everything is secured in the cargo hold and such. So,
So Zoya's rifle can hold a bayonet, and I kind of want to know what kind of bayonets I can stick on it.
Alright, so let's look in the items. That's not items.
When did I get diminisher grenades?
Probably from the party sheet. We got a bunch of stuff. There is a few things still left in there if any of you would like it.
Ooh, stuff.
I got a rifle. I meant to ask because I'm only proficient in small arms, and if I remember, you don't have to be proficient in a weapon, you just don't get a bonus, right?
Yes, if you use a weapon without proficiency, then you do not get any kind of proficiency bonus, and you have a minus to shoot with it. You don't get you don't get a damage bonus either.
Okay, but I can still use it. Come on.
Does anybody want the diminisher grenades that are in the party sheet, or can I take those?
No, you take them, please.
We already went through all the stuff we wanted.
Yes, and remember the diminisher grenades do not do any damage. They reduce the amount of time negative effects are having or spells are having. So read through the directions.
I will take the incendiary grenades.
I had a feeling you'd take them.
Alright, and Mantha, if you would look in the archives of Neathis for any kind of bayonet. I'm not popping anything locally.
I can worry about that later, but that's probably something she'd be working on while on the ship and they had downtime, is adding something to the gun.
So you guys have plenty of UPBs and or polyfluid to where you can easily make a pointy thing to stick on your rifle, or a bladed thing, or whatever you wanted to put on there. It's not a problem.
So do you say that you have a bayonet bracket on your gun?
Yes. It's a light bayonet bracket, by the way, if that
A light bracket allows you to fasten a melee weapon of light bulk to a long arm or sniper weapon, or fasten an operative weapon to a small arm. That is the description.
Okay.
And I will copy paste that.
Alright, so, and to answer your questions, Joe, would you give a quick description of Zoya for Brian? He was looking for one.
Yeah, I just sent Mantha. Yeah, I just sent it because I've seen people do it. Zoya, she's a strict technomancer. She is actually white with black tipped feathers instead of the traditional black or brown that her people are usually known for. They're usually black or brown, earthier tones. She left her home. She likes to explore civilizations and learn about new people. Though I'm really bad at playing that in the role-playing aspect of it, but that's technically why she's here. Yeah, that's about all I got at the moment.
All right. So that is Zoya. She is a technomancer. And there we go. And a xenoarchaeologist. Background.
Yeah, xenoarchaeologist. I was gonna
Alright,
say, I'm not gonna try and pronounce that word.
So pretty much any melee weapon of light bulk, or any operative weapon you can apply to it. So,
Okay. And what's the difference between an operative weapon
operative.
and a?
It's just like, it's one of the qualities of the weapons.
Okay.
A weapon has to be designated as as that kind of weapon so that it can be used with the trick attack that the operator uses.
Sometimes they're basic melee weapons, sometimes they're advanced melee weapons, but and sometimes they're small arms. So operative can do.
Yeah, most small arms
use.
and knives are operative weapons.
Okay. Well, I'll have to add a effect at some point because it says if the attached melee weapon deals bludgeoning or slashing damage, you take a -2 penalty to attack rolls with it while it's attached.
Okay.
I'm gonna say goodnight, guys.
All right,
No,
so
I don't know.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
I will text you the important detail that I'm going to say here in a few minutes. Bobby, thanks for stopping by.
Uh-huh.
So you
Have
guys
a good night.
Later.
make it through the trip, and it is uneventful on the way back. There are no attacks. Your ship doesn't try to explode again. You are able to make it home safely.
Let's not do that again, ever.
One thing that you have noticed as you've been cruising along is that the tablet that you found.
The data pad?
No, the
copper tablet.
No, the
Yes.
copper tablet.
The copper tablet. Pine City. So Sunday, here it is. Oh, that's the actual picture. Okay, never mind. It is. I don't want to misspeak. It becomes harder and harder to read.
Interesting.
Can we make a
Faint
copy of what
whispering.
it says before it disappears?
The things that it shows are in language that Bali is the only one who can read.
Well, let's take a photograph of it at least to have a document.
Okay. It's still there. It's just harder to see. And also faint whispering can now be heard coming from it. But it's,
Do we know
you can't make it out. It's just...
what language is it?
It is... let me look again. Atlan or something? Let me look.
Aklo.
Aklo, yes.
Abyssal. Okay.
Nope, it's Aklo.
I'm like,
I
I only
know-
speak 5
Here's-
languages, so I can.
I know Aklo as well.
So, Mantha kept this somewhere, but it says, Deep Ezerod makes way for the first. And each map has one key, are the two things that you guys were able to read. And that,
So,
even those two phrases took you a while to interpret and understand what it says.
being somebody who studies cultures, would I, because you know how, like, everybody has kind of a different dialect or a different way of writing stuff depending on the region. Is this a regional, like, is this a region? I don't know what Aklo is exactly, like what language it's from.
Aklo is a
But
very
is
ancient language that is sort of like Latin. It's nobody actually speaks it anymore.
okay.
So it's one of the.
So there's nothing like a, oh, this is regionally known for this area type of a thing. Not by then.
It's known on Akalon. It's been found on Akalon. That's how you guys would have learned it, which is the android base or robot where the androids grew out of, and so you guys had determined that you have seen some Aklo here and there, very faded, very small pieces within the bubble cities here and there. But it's not being used, just so it looks like some of these ancient, whoever built the bubble cities and now Noma used Aklo as well.
Aklo. Okay.
All right, so when you return back to the Deep Cultures Institute, Nib greets you all excitedly, and where's images? In case if you don't remember her, that's what Nib looks like. She is
Forgot about Nib.
Thing or a bad thing that she greets us excitedly.
well, she knows where you went, and so she's excited to learn about what you've done and what you learned. And so she takes and gathers the data from the ship and from the survey drone, and she directs some of the Deep Culture Institute researchers to help you guys learn more about the tablet. Her wife, Terrace, Lurian as well. She's the pilot. I mean, the engineer that built the ship. She asked you a bunch of questions, especially the pilot, Zoya. She'll ask you a lot of questions about how it handled within the sun itself. They are both a little bit alarmed when they find out about the sabotage that happened. If you guys remember when you first went in there, all of a sudden everything started shutting off, and your environmental protections started shutting down and stuff. And you had
yeah, we had to do it in a certain number of rounds, and we
correct.
we did it really well.
Yep.
Well, I rolled well on my radiation checks. You guys did.
That's right. Even Baron, the supplier, who grumpy person down below who gave you the supplies, were pleased that you guys returned, and they listen in awe as you're telling your stories, and they see the pictures and the videos that you took and things. A couple days later, they publicized the discovery of Noma, and so you guys are asked to do interviews and appear on a couple of the different talk shows and news shows.
Doc would love to do that.
During that time, you guys become level 7.
Hooray!
Woohoo!
So this is where we will leave it for tonight. If you guys want to level up now, you're welcome to do so. I'm going to leave the table up. I would ask that you please try to get a hold of me. If not, pretty much any day morning, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. In the morning, I can pull up the table because I'm here at my desk for 10 hours from working, so I can easily pull up the table, and you guys can level up.
All right, I'll hit you up next Saturday for that.
Be thinking about at level 7, which is odd. Everybody gets a feat. Correct me. I want to make sure I'm not.
I can get the long arms.
That's right. That's correct, right, Jingo? It's odd. Yes, first, third. Yep. So at level 7, you guys will all get a feat, plus whatever your classes. If any of you want to multi-class, you're welcome to do so. So just be thinking about what you want to do and how you want to do it. You guys are now celebrities again, at least for another 15 minutes. Who knows how long this will last, but we will pick it up here in a couple weeks. Any last minute questions? Any last minute comments before we get rolling?
No, but I'm looking at my character class. I am proficient with grenades. I could have sworn I was not.
Question: if I redeem a drink water right now, will you drink water?
No. I was going to mention it earlier because I have no toilet. So it is a royal pain to use the restroom, and I'm not going to drink water because it comes out amazingly. And
Weird.
What, it comes out the other end?
so I can pour water if you'd like. I'll pour it out in tribute, but I'm not actually going to drink it this week. Next week, knock yourself out because it should be done by then. So thank you for playing, guys. I appreciate you very much. Mantha, happy birthday. And
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
thank you for the sub, Jingo. I appreciate you very much. We had a couple follows tonight. So awesome. Don't forget, if you guys have Prime, Amazon Prime, you get a free Twitch subscription. So even if you're not going to give it to me, give it to somebody. We need all the help we can get. But whatever else you do, enjoy the rest of your day. Say goodnight, guys.
Good night, guys.
Good night.